Hello and welcome to Dead But Alive, Southern England. I am RMP792 and I didn't pay for this game. So I would like to start by thanking Winter Wolves for being kind enough to reply to my email asking for a review copy and for giving me a review copy. I am very pleased that they were kind enough to do that. So, if you're not aware, Winter Wolves is a games company that I rather like. This game was not made by them, but it is being published by them. So I'm kind of curious to see if it's any good. Sorry, just pouring myself a drink. If you've not seen my channel before, here's my usual opening spiel on how I do things. I record all of my Let's Play footage about a week in advance. So if you're giving me particular advice on the best way to play the game, keep in mind that the odds are I've probably finished it by the time you see the first part. That does come with the caveat that my upload limit for 1 week is 25 parts. Those are half an hour each, so that's about 12.5 hours of video footage. So if the game takes longer than that to complete, I end up splitting the Let's Play over 2 weeks, and you'll get the review at the end of the second week. I do read all comments on my videos, and you are free to make them. However, if you want to comment on something specific that I've said in a video, it would be very helpful for me if you could timestamp your response with the time in the video that I said whatever it is you're referring to, because my memory is all over the place and I'm a bit rambly at times, so the odds are I will forget what I've said from 1 minute to the next, let alone in a video that I recorded a week ago. I would also like to take this opportunity to plug my Patreon, so if you like this channel, please do support it by visiting patreon.com/rmp792. And I would also like to give a shout out to my first ever Patreon, Open Vortex 12, who has been kind enough to, well, he's pledged enough money that he gets a shout out in a few videos, so thank you very much to him and or her. So, with all of that out of the way, let's begin the new game. Incidentally, because Fraps doesn't like to recognise this game, the only way I can get it to record is by having it record everything that's on screen. As a result, you are going to have to put up with the frame rate counter in this top left corner. Sorry about that, not much I can do. So, let us begin. Day 6. The dead walk among us, and all attempts by the government to contain the virus have failed. All who tried to stop these carnivorous monsters that we've been calling zombies have been devoured or transformed. There's no escape, and we're on our own. It's now 3 days since I woke up in the hospital and returned to my CV, only to find my daughter had been taken to some kind of refugee centre that nobody else here seems to know about. Like I wrote earlier, in the meantime, I've teamed up with some strangers for our mutual survival, and in desperate need of supplies, we decided to check out rumours of a supply cache in a house in the suburbs of Bournemouth. The house looked empty from the outside, but we checked a couple of windows before we went in, and we carried out a thorough sweep of the house, but we were lucky. No zombies were waiting for us. At least, that's what we thought at first. We better get a move on, people. I've got a bad feeling about this place. It's day 6 after SHTF, and I would love to live another day. We need to get out of here, right now. I'm trying. There are so many drawers. It doesn't matter. Just grab everything and let's move. Those Zeds could break in at any time. Come on, Steve. Man up. We're doing all we can. Why didn't you help us? We'd all be done faster then. Someone has to stand watch. So what do? Well, then we'll do this as quickly as we can. Because frankly, I'm not telling you it's just his imagination, because zombie apocalypse, it doesn't hurt to be a teensy bit paranoid. Alright, but I'll be a lot happier if we just got out of here. 10 minutes later. I think I heard something. Why don't you just stop? They're here! The Zeds are on the ground floor! Whoa, slow down there. The Zeds! They're coming up the stairs! Okay, we better head back to the others. We gotta go! They're in the house! We can't run. They'll be on us in no time. We should hide. Are you crazy? We should run for it while we have the chance. Decisions. Oh, incidentally, this game does have a censored version and an uncensored version, and you decensor it by going into the game files and deleting a text file called censored. I have done this. I have no idea how uncensored that gets, but it does have warnings of, what was it? I can't remember the full list of warnings. It's something like nudity, violence, strong language, etc., etc. So, you know, if you're offended by any of that stuff, please be aware it may be in this game. Okay, hiding from zombies, potentially risky. Running from zombies, potentially risky. Particularly as no one in zombie movies ever knows how to run properly, and they always manage to trip over their own feet, so... No, the hiding thing never works. Let's go with getting the hell out of here. From below the stairs, you hear something. How? Window! The other one! Look, on the street! More of them! Oh no! They've seen us! Run! They must have heard the noise. We'll have to try to get past them. Here they are coming. How do you want to play this game? This is your adventure, it's up to you how you want to play. Simulation mode. You'll fully experience the thrill and horror of trying to survive in an apocalyptic world. This mode includes combat and the possibility of dying when making the wrong decisions or simply being out of luck. Alternatively, you can play this game like a visual novel. There will be a simulation part, but all combat encounters will be skipped and replaced by a short message informing you of the outcome. Yeah, I'm going to play it as a simulation. Okay then, press F1 to view the tutorial. Yes, I will do that, thank you. So that was the combat system mode. Fighting in Dead but Alive is easy to learn but difficult to master. Good, best kind of combat system. During each combat turn, both sides run their slot machine. The results are added to the hit chance rating, and the winner is whoever has the highest number. You can choose a character by clicking on the respective portrait. You can slow down the slot machine and influence the result by clicking on one of the levers. Alternatively, you can use the auto-resolve combat mode, a completely alternative system where the outcome is calculated automatically. The system also provides access to the several thousand words of mini-stories especially written for this game mode. Switch to auto-resolve mode, click this icon on the combat screen, and the slot machine comes up. Find out the... Okay, so it's over there. Okay. Okay then. So, switch teammates, so she's got a hit chance, the higher is better. Ammunition, armor rating, okay. So he's got a slightly lower hit chance, but... Okay, he's slightly better in melee. Okay, not going to use him, possibly her, not sure. But the enemy's got a 3% chance to hit. Okay, so we can hide that now. So she's got the best accuracy. So I think I'll make use of her, and I'll use that. Okay, spin the slot machine. You lose 2 ammunition. Alright, +5 noise. Dang it. Okay. Dang it. Caroline has been wounded. Wonderful. Well, that could have gone better. No, swap out for him. At least he's got accuracy. And we've now used up a third of our ammunition. Oh dear. Okay then. Okay, come on. Dang it. Okay, that's through the 6. 16, okay, that's got to be decent. Much better than him. Good. Enemy killed. And there's still 2 more of them, I assume. Oh god, okay, we're running out of bullets. You. Okay, we have a... Ooh! We have a melee skill of 8. Compared to their melee skill of 2. I'm going to risk melee because we're running really low on bullets already. Come on, stop on the 4. Okay. Okay. Dang it. Could have been better, could have been worse. Haha, got the hit. Enemy killed. Good. That's it. Let's get back to camp. An hour later. On the way back to camp. Hey, are you okay? It's nothing. I got knocked about a bit, that's all. No, you didn't. She did. Let me see that. I said it's nothing. Hey, let go! Nothing. Is it? Looks like a scratch to me. One of them got you, didn't it? Why didn't you tell us? Because she knows what would happen. We need to kill her, now, before she turns. What are you talking about? She's been bitten by a zombie. It's gonna turn into one of them and kill us all. No, I won't allow you to do this. Nope, I am not allowing anyone to be murdered in cold blood. Let's tie her up, and then if she turns, then we can cap her. You're putting us all at risk. It's the only way. Look, I don't think she's infected. It's been an hour since we left the house, and she's fine. What are you talking about? She's right. People bitten by the Zeds turn pretty fast. They get a fever and they die within a few hours at most. If she was infected, she'd be half dead already. You sure about that? We're sure. Alright, but I'm watching you. Any sign of trouble, and I'll put a bullet in your head before you can even blink. You return to camp. Steve would like to talk to you. Okay, let's look at the tutorial. What to do at your camp. Your camp is the starting point of whatever you wish to do in this game. Every action in the game costs AP, which is action points, which is symbolized by the arm. Each morning your action points are refreshed. The amount depends on the number of members in your group. There's also an action point penalty that occurs if your party has a starving status. The other icons at the top symbolize resources, which are explained to you after you close this page. Okay. At your camp you can spend action points for managing supplies through a process such as cooking or chopping wood. You'll find that the best way to gather resources is to forage for them. To do this, you will have to leave your camp. In addition to foraging, from the camp screen you can build up defenses against attacks, manage your group, talk to other members of your group, and much more. You can do this by clicking on the areas on the screen marked with circles. Okay. So everything you do costs action points. Without food, your group will starve. Ammo increases your chance to survive an attack. Fuel is needed to travel long distances. Building material can be used to improve your camp. Okay. Noise attracts zombies. Okay. Day since the SHTF, whatever that is. Oh, I know what it is. That's since things hit the fan, isn't it? Nice. I'll give them props for that. So Steve would like to talk to us, so we can leave the camp if we want to. Okay, let's check. Let's check the defenses. If we improve our camp defenses, we'll have a better chance of surviving attack. Requirements 4. Blooming heck. 4 action points and 4 times 30 supplies. So it's going to take 20. Yes, that's 4 days, I'm assuming, times 20 things, and we don't have much. Fuel bombs, a warm welcome for an invited guest. Potentially useful. Booby traps, ideal for decimating intruders. Okay. Could be useful, we don't have supplies for any of them. Diary and save options. Okay. Options at save game. Okay, so we can close that for now. Don't want to go to the next day. Okay, since Steve wants to talk to us, let's talk to Steve. I think our little puppy is getting a fever. No, I'm not. He's kind of a dick, isn't he? Okay, Renette would like to talk to you. While we were away, more survivors asked to join our group. But what we found at the house is hardly enough. We'll have to go out again. Yeah, I've got to concur with you on that one. I'm glad you agree. And don't worry about Steve. You can't please everyone. Certainly not him. Hey, you thinking of going out again? I've talked to some of the new arrivals. They told me it would be very dangerous to go back to Bournemouth. And trying to enter Southampton would be suicide. The bigger the cities, the more Zeds there are. I suggest we first try our luck in the countryside, or a small village at best. Yes, but probably not again today. It's already getting late. That's fair enough. So we've got 5 action points for the rest of the day. Let's go to the party management. So she's been wounded. Growing up on a farm, Carolyn is used to working with her hands. We mostly have the same opinions so far, okay. Fit for duty. Everyone seems to be busy and sticks to their own problems. I seem to be getting along with everybody. Okay. So she's wounded, but she's not, you know, crippled or anything like that. Renette is a retired teacher and a widow, and we mostly have the same opinions. Steve served in the British military, but was dishonourably discharged. We don't get along. Hey, that's me. With this character portrait. Okay. Fair enough. Common survivors. So those are just generic grade survivors as opposed to these 3 who I'm assuming are effectively plot essential. Let's look at the details. Okay. Growing up at a farm, Caroline is used to working with her hands and has a basic understanding of machinery and weapons. The remoteness of her farm means that she and her family were kept out of the worst troubles, digging in until the viral outbreak cleared up. It was on a trip into town for supplies that the military commandeered a vehicle, and Caroline was left stranded. She's keen to get back and make sure everyone is okay. Okay, fair enough. Our group consists of, VIPs with unique personality and skills, and common survivors. And we have a half-dozen common survivors, I assume. So I wonder how come my skills are so damn awesome compared to everybody else's. Okay, let's try talking to her. Hey, what are you up to? You know, it sucks. You not knowing what's happening with my own family? One second I'm rummaging through town trying to find supplies for everyone back on the farm, and then the next some prick in a military uniform swiping my keys, telling me blah blah, public good, blah blah. Public good? Never did my family any good. I can understand where the military was coming from, but at the same time, sounds like the guy was kind of a dick. So yeah, frankly, I'm surprised he didn't shoot him. Believe me, I thought about it. Showing up, stealing my truck, leaving me stranded in some Zed-infested town. They knew they could have been killing me, leaving me behind. And that didn't stop them. I mean, whatever, I'm sure my family's fine anyway. We lived so far off the map, the Zeds have to pack 2 days worth of human bits for energy just to get to us. Make getting supplies a pain in the ass. But we haven't seen more than a handful of Zeds the entire time. I just wanted to make sure they're getting by. Alright. Without me and my truck. Nah, you can't go alone, I'll come with you. Carolyn really liked that. And Carolyn is laughing. Whoa, whoa, slow down there, mate. I appreciate the offer, don't get me wrong. But we can't just go running off cross-country right now. Farm isn't exactly within walking distance, so we can't head there straight away. Besides, we need to build up the camp first. Won't do them any good if we go and get them when we get back. And everyone's dead. Good point. See? I'm one of those thinking types. Not all us farm girls are as dumb as you think we are. Don't know why she's developed a bit of an American accent, but okay. After we get this place up and looking pretty, then maybe we can head out and round up the family. Hell, if they're dead, already going out and looking for them now, it wouldn't help. I'm sure they're fine though. My father had what most cops would probably call a disturbing amount of ammo. No need to worry about them just yet. Yeah, definitely a country type. Guns in this country, very, very rare. Most of them are out in the country, and they're mostly shotguns. Primarily used for things like pheasant shooting and occasionally minor pest control. Rabbits and the like. I'll let you know when I feel like it's safe enough to go. And to get them. I'll even let you come with me if you want. Okay, that's fair enough, so can't talk to her at the moment. Let's talk to Renee. Sorry, Renette. This isn't exactly how I thought I'd be spending my retirement. All of this running around and fighting for our lives. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the sort of thing my doctor suggested I stay away from. Sorry, hiccups. She was strictly against me participating in any apocalyptic scenarios. Renette is smiling. How long have you been retired? Oh, let me see. It would have been about 5 years ago now. Was that right? It doesn't feel like that long ago, but it must be. Oh, where does the time go? I sometimes wonder to myself. I was a teacher back in the day. I taught in France for a while before coming here, and then kept right on teaching, as long as they'd let me. So what did you teach? Mathematics. Back in France I taught at what was referred to as college level, but there really isn't the same sort of equivalent here. Sort of early secondary education. I think it's the closest way I can think of describing it. Then it ended up teaching the same sort of students here. I did love teaching though. The students were the best part. I perhaps stayed on a bit longer than I should have, but being around them always helped. Especially after... Oh, look at me. You should be wary around me, love. I'm liable to talk your ear off if I get half the chance. I have things to do. I'm sure you do too. Should we talk to Steve? Might be a bit of a dick, but he seems worth talking to. You again. Well, you aren't totally useless out there. More than I can say for the most of this rubbish. Did you ever serve some time with the British Armed Forces? Army, Royal Air Force, something like that? I'll explain your Nah, that doesn't matter now. What are you talking about? Of course it matters. I'm going out there with a bunch of useless twats on a day-to-day basis. I'd like to know if one of them, useless twat, is slightly less useless than I thought. What's the big secret anyway? I was part of the British military myself. They taught me the proper way to handle a gun and knives and explosives. You name it, I can kill with it. Comes in handy on days like this. They're a bunch of fascists, though. This is the problem. Occasionally it has a habit of skipping a line of dialogue. You know? It can get kind of bad. Kind of. That sort of PC bullshit was ruining this country before it went and got ruined by itself. No one can even take a joke anymore. Whatever. Stay sharp out there. I don't need any more dead weight to carry around. Okay, so that's the party managed. Can't do much with the defences. Is it worth leaving the camp? Let's manage the supplies. We need to use every chance to improve our supply situation. Let's provide some fresh meat for a change. That is if it's successful, but we need 4 bullets, which we don't have. Place some traps to provide meat, but it conserves on your ammo, which is a good thing. Collecting and filtering water. Collects fresh water and replenishes our supplies, but requires 2 fuel. We could also do some big hunting, using many people, making a lot of noise to flush out fresh meat, but it can stir up zombies. Requires a lot of bullets too. We can make more with our food supplies when we cook them. Okay, so I think we will do some cooking. So that uses up 2 supplies and hopefully gains us some extra supplies if it succeeds. Let's go cooking. You lose 5 AP. You lose 2 food. You cook some food and get 4 food. Excellent. That to me seems worth it, and we're now out of action points for the day, so next day. In fact, you know what? We're at the 25-minute mark. That seems like a pretty decent point to me to end this video, so this part will be cut just that tiny bit short, and we'll head into day, well, 7 technically, but day 2 at the beginning of the next part. So, until then, thank you very much for watching.